That familiar Sunday feeling used to creep in right around mid-afternoon. I called it the Sunday Scaries, but it was really just the Sunday dread. It was the heavy weight of a tote bag sitting by the couch, absolutely overflowing with ungraded papers. My shoulders would ache just from looking at it. All weekend, that bag was a silent reminder of the work that was still waiting for me. I wanted my weekends back. I wanted to enjoy a quiet cup of coffee or a long walk without that nagging feeling of guilt and mounting pressure. The work never seemed to end, and my personal time was always the first thing to be sacrificed. I would sit on my living room floor, surrounded by stacks of essays, stacks of worksheets, a red pen in hand. My family would be enjoying a movie or playing a game, and I would feel a pang of resentment. It wasn't that I didn't love my students or my job. I did. But the sheer volume of administrative tasks, especially grading, felt unsustainable. I knew there had to be a better way to manage my time, a way that didn't involve giving up my entire weekend just to stay afloat. I felt tired, stretched thin, and completely overwhelmed by the cycle of work that never seemed to pause. The decision to change my approach didn't happen overnight. It came from a place of near burnout, a realization that I couldn't keep sacrificing my well-being for the sake of a perfectly graded paper stack. I started to explore simple tools that could help me with the repetitive parts of my job. I was looking for a helper, not a replacement. The goal was never to offload my teaching responsibilities, but to find a way to perform them more efficiently. I wanted to reclaim my evenings and weekends, to be present with my family, and to return to school on Monday feeling rested and ready, not exhausted from a weekend of grading. That heavy tote bag became a symbol of the work-life imbalance so many of us in education face. It represented the hours spent away from our own lives, dedicated to a task that, while important, was consuming us. Now, let's get into the practical steps. This is the simple 3-step workflow I use to get through my grading quickly and effectively. You don't need to be a tech expert, and you don't need to buy any fancy software to get started. The first step is to digitize the student work. For years, I've been a huge advocate for moving away from paper. Google Docs, Google Forms. This eliminates the need for you to carry stacks of paper home and makes the entire process more organized and accessible. If you have assignments that must be handwritten, that's okay too. It just adds one small, quick task. Use your phone to take a clear photo of the work. The Google Drive app has a fantastic built-in scanner that can quickly convert a physical page into a clean PDF. Another great option is the Google Photos app, which has a feature that can grab the text directly from an image. I recommend doing this right as students turn in their work. It only takes a few minutes at the end of the school day to digitize an entire class set, and then you can leave the physical papers at school. Step 2 is where the magic really begins. Open up a simple AI chat tool like ChatGPT, Claude, Google's Gemini. The first thing you'll do is paste in your rubric. This is the most crucial part because it teaches the AI how you define success for this specific assignment. After you paste the rubric, you'll write a very clear, simple prompt. I often write something like this. Using the rubric I provided, please grade the following student response. Provide a score for each category. 2 sentences of positive praise. 1 specific suggestion for improvement. Finally, step 3 is generating the feedback and reviewing it. You will now copy the student's work from the digital file and paste it into the chat, right below your prompt. The AI will then generate a score and a feedback comment based on your exact instructions. I ask it to create a tidy list so I can easily copy and paste the feedback into my gradebook or Google Classroom. But you are not done yet. You must read every single comment. You check it for accuracy, tone, and helpfulness. You are the final editor. To make this process even smoother, I've learned a few small tips along the way that have made a huge difference. First, start with a simple, clear rubric. A rubric with 3 to 4 clear categories and a simple scoring scale like 0 to 4 works beautifully. This clarity helps the AI and helps students know exactly what's expected. I ask for 2 lines of praise and 1 suggestion for improvement. Create a feedback template or tone guide so comments sound like they're from a caring teacher. Finally, start small. Pick a low-stakes assignment and try it with one class. As you practice, you'll build trust, make change manageable, and refine your process. The result of this new workflow was not some dramatic, earth-shattering event. The result was leaving school at 3:30 p.m. on a Friday with an empty tote bag. It was the simple, profound joy of a Saturday morning spent reading a book for pleasure, not a stack of essays for work. My shoulders stopped aching. I was a better teacher on Monday because I was a more rested person on Sunday. My students still received timely, specific, actionable feedback. I simply got my evenings back, and that made all the difference. Let's get you out of the classroom on time and with an empty bag. If you're ready to learn more simple ways to use AI in your classroom, subscribe for more time-saving tips.